With more experienced snowboarders, we're going to want to change the movement patterns up a little bit, change the intensity, the speed, the things that we're doing on the simulator. This is our opportunity to challenge the snowboarder and change what they're doing on the simulator, whether this is a new snowboarder who's just been coming through the simulator program, or this is an experienced snowboarder who's come to you and you're working on developing some kind of specific task that they want to take out on snow.
One of the great parts of being able to work on this simulator is making the differentiation between extending the lower body to initiate the turn or flexing. A lot of students can have a hard time out on the snow. So this is definitely a really great advantage for students on this simulator. We can really isolate the timing of which movement is happening to initiate the turn. A lot of the progression on the simulator first started out with extending up and over the board, flexing into that new edge. Let's change that up. Same movement pattern, different timing. Let's flex into that new turn. Instead of coming up and over the board, allow the board to move underneath your center of mass.
First thing we're going to do is focus on keeping that upper body still and extending through the ankles, knees, and hips to push the board away from our center of mass. The simulator is going to create rebound and push the board back to us.
And then flexing your lower body and letting the board come back underneath the center of mass and extending it onto the new edge.
This is another area where it's going to be helpful to grab onto that bar and hold on to support your center of mass and get a feel for this movement in the initial stages. As they begin to master it, have them let go of the bar and move to that quick cross-under movement of the board underneath the body.
This style of turn can be a very rapid movement pattern, and you can make very fast, quick, rapid turns with a lot of speed, a lot of power. And now you can start putting some tasks in front of them. We can have the rider do 4 turns with extending and then 4 turns with flexing to initiate. This allows a student to gain a lot more skill in the type of turn that they're having, the power of the turn, and the size of the turn. We can have an advanced rider make some funnel turns. Large turn, medium turn, short turn, medium turn, large turn.
Another way we can challenge our snowboarder is through developing power on the snowboard. We're going to put the simulator back in power mode. And this is really an opportunity to train the movement pattern in an isolated manner. The snowboarder is going to be still in the middle of the board, holding on to the railings. They're going to push the board away from them. You can change the settings of the power mode to let them push more easily or make it more difficult for them to push the snowboard away from them.
The student can extend, feel the resistance of it wanting to come back underneath their center of mass, and then extend and feel that resistance, and then the board coming back underneath the center of mass.
As you train this, you're going to increase that difficulty so they're pushing harder against the board and getting more pushback from the board. You can now take the same movement pattern back into freeride mode and let them feel that same movement pattern. The more they push into the board, the more rebound they're going to get from the board. By practicing in power mode and then taking this to standard mode, you can really develop some pretty good rebound, pushing against the board, getting rebound back, pushing against the board, getting rebound back. And through this, really develop that skill that you need to make high intensity carved turns, whether that's on the race course or just in the free ride mode on the simulator, or getting out on snow and really cranking out some carved turns. Our next step is to develop some additional speed. We're going to do this by shortening the duration of the movement pattern and linking those turns together in a much more quick manner.
This will make a lot shorter and more rapid of a turn.
Through changing the movement pattern to most flexed at edge change and increasing power, we've already tweaked this a little bit. We're going to really focus on that quick edge change, moving from toe edge to heel edge and back to toe edge and heel edge really quickly, and developing that intense, fast movement, putting the board up on edge, creating rebound, popping it back, getting it underneath you, pushing it out, pulling it back underneath you. So really combining that high power, most flexed at edge change turn with a short duration of movement pattern to very quickly move from edge to edge.
As a student gets comfortable with that, you can actually change the speed of the simulator as well to match the comfort level of the student and create new challenges for that student.